Hey, Scott here. So now we're talking water connections and grey water. So we keep our hoses in these hose tamers, which are fantastic. You can just wind them up and they're made of like a mesh material, which means they just let the water all flow out and they dry very quickly, and they just keep them all contained within the storage bays of the Daintree. So let's go ahead and connect up the fresh water. Right, so coming round this side of your Daintree motorhome, you'll see your two water outlets. Now, this one is when you've connected what they call to town water or pressurized water from the caravan park or at home. And then this is when you're filling up your tank, which lives in here. So be that your freshwater tank, either your 110 black tank, or if you are a later model, you'll have the white tank, which I think is 96 litres. But getting back here, so first, if you're going to connect to town water, the first thing you will need to do is undo this. Now, it might be a little bit hard one-handed. Let's see if we can get this going. Right. There we go. Now that's where your mains pressurized water will go in. Now you may have seen one of these in your drawer. Sometimes it comes inside plastic packaging, but you should have received one as part of your handover. If you didn't, you will need to obtain yourself one of these, because these then screw into here. And again, I'm limited because of the one hand technique, but there we go. Right, so therefore, all you now need to do is to connect your hose. Right, so this will connect onto that, and away you go. And that will now fill up your pressurized water. So when you're on mains water or town water, you don't need to turn on the water pump inside in your switchboard, because this is already pressurized and you have no need for that. You'll just, if you turn on your water pump, it will by default take it from your tank, and if your tank is empty or nearly empty, you will just be using that water and not the mains. So to make sure that you're not utilizing the tank, you need to keep your water pump switch off, and then you will be using your mains water. Now, moving over to filling up your tank here, I'll just need to unlock this. Right, now that's unlocked. Just note that with the key here, with the key in the open position, the little nibs are tucked away. You got to make sure when you actually close this door that you push it all the way in and turn the key for those nibs to come out, which then obviously slot into those holes. But let's get back to filling up. Now, we've gone ahead and made our life easier. We've purchased one of these. I think they're about $19, I could be wrong, but essentially this allows for the hose to go straight down there without any obstructions, because otherwise, if you have your hose like this, you're going to have to disconnect your fitting here just so this hose can actually fit down there. Let's get it all connected. Right, so the hose is now connected, and you can push that all the way home. Now, luckily enough, this connection also has its own little tap here, so you can actually turn it off, which is obviously across, making sure that it closes the vent off, run away, turn your water on, and you know that it's not going to come spurting out, and then you can come here and regulate it yourself. So you turn your water on, you let the tank fill up, and then when it's starting to spit out, or you know it's full, you can actually turn it off here yourself and then run back and turn your water off. Then it's just a simple case of pulling this out, and then, as I said, you just close the door. You make sure that that is fully home before you actually turn the key, and I haven't done so, and that's a good example. And there we go, that's all done. Right, so that's connecting your fresh water and filling up either your tank or your town water supply. Now that that's done, let's look at the grey water connection, but first we'll have to get this out of the bag. Okay, so the hose is out of the bag, and on the end here you get this, what they call a cam lock. And this is the female part, that's the male part, and this will lock onto there. First, let's just make sure that we actually have some water in the tank. Yep. So now we're going to go ahead and connect this. Now that just sits on there, and you'll need to pull these locks into place, and then you just turn the hose. Now gravity is your friend here. You need to make sure that the gravity is letting the feed fall, and that's what you do with that black hose that you find in your storage bag. So I hope that that has helped in regards to figuring out what the black hose is for and connecting up with your freshwater hoses. See you next time.